Welcome back, everyone, to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome just west of the French Quarter in New Orleans. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Carolina. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chris Manhertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10. As they're on 7.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Shotgun now for Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Murray. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Eluding the punt, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Murray. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage... the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Christian McCaffrey.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
His throw incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Jenkins on the coverage.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. He's going to look deep for more. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
on 2nd and 7. Breeze. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Jordan. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Bridgewater again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Tim Williams makes the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's the backup Winston. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Winston here to throw. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he gets it down to the 32. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. To throw, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away.
Is good. Makes the score Saints 41.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.